Oh my god, yeah, these are absolute cheat cards. These are probably the strongest cards in Axie Infinity, and we'll go through them one at a time. What's up, guys? It's Vince from InManila.com and WIMPLAYS. We stream all the time on Facebook. Do check us out, but we're going to talk about the most OP, the most overpowered Axie Infinity cards that I hate playing against. I swear it's so easy to lose against these cards. So if you're looking for an Axie to buy, checking out these cards might be a good idea. There's a few of them that I feel like it feels like a cheat card. I swear, some of these. By the way, we are also in the Axie Infinity top 100 players last season, and currently we're bouncing in and out of the top 100, even the higher top 20s. But yeah, it's in and out, as the season's ongoing. So, have quite a little bit of experience playing the game. But here we go. Here's my number one current OP, which I feel like they should fix card in the game. That's just an auto. Oh my god. It's this third card called Double Talk Soothing Song. So the card is Double Talk, the card name is Soothing Song, and I didn't understand it at first because they supposedly buffed it. It used to do less damage, now it does 80 damage, and it applies sleep to the target. What sleep does, almost like stunned, to where, well, you're not stunned, but the next attack coming into you ignores all your shield. So even though you're a plant and you put 200 shield up, the next attack that comes in ignores all that shield. And what makes this card a cheat card is the second you play Soothing Song, even before you apply sleep, it already goes through as sleep. So the 80 damage that card gives already goes through your shield before it applies, because most other debuffs, you have to apply it first. And then the next attack or the next round or the next thing that happens, you have the debuff. But this one, no, the second you play the card, the 80 damage goes right through. I feel like that's a mistake. I feel like it should be the next attack. I'd be totally cool with that, with the next attack going through, because you're sleeping, you got debuffed. But no, so the 80 damage goes right through, and what a lot of people do, I see them combo it with another top tier card, Allergic Reaction, where if you're debuffed, it does extra damage, up to 163 damage I usually see. So imagine that 163 plus 80 damage going straight through, no matter how much shield you have. This card is so annoying. So annoying. I feel like they should fix that. The next attack I'm okay with, where you're asleep, after the first one goes through, but the 80 coming straight through, ignoring all shield, I feel like that's way too much. Yeah, so that is my number one cheat overpowered card. I have two cards from plants that I feel like are not usually in the top lists of people, but I feel like they can change the game if you use them correctly in a defensive way. So these two cards are Watering Can. The Watering Can part card is Aqua Stock, as well as Cattail Slap. So these two cards, one is a tail part, one is, I believe, a back part. If you play these two cards right, it's almost like you're given like 100% extra chance to win this game. You play against Aquas, and there's so many double, even triple Aqua teams right now. Watering Can, other than giving you 80 defense, which is really high, it gives you 45 damage, which is not great, but decent. But the best part is, if you time it right, and play it when the Aquas attack you, you gain 1 energy, as it says on the card, gain 1 energy if this Axie is struck by an aquatic card. And it's not just once, you don't gain 1 energy that round, you gain 1 energy per attack. So I've been lucky enough going against triple Aquas where all 3 attack, and I got over 10 energy. And that just changed the rest of the game, having all that energy. So I feel like this card is highly powerful when played right. And against the right opponent. Yes, I know that you're not always going against Aquas. More plants I see have Pumpkin, gives higher defense, but I feel like the Aqua stock should be around a bit more. I feel like it does so much more. The other one I feel like people are underestimating, because I played as well with Aqua teams, and with Aqua teams, if you have the Nemo tail, you get a lot of energy. And my problem when I have those teams is I don't have enough cards. Because the Nemo tail's free, so I'll play it right away to get energy, but next round I don't have enough cards to play. And even when you have those teams or Axie that need certain combos, you're always short on the cards you need. So I feel like Cattail Slap, if you're going up against a beast, bug, or mech, every time, similar to Aqua Stock, every time you get hit, this one, instead of energy, you draw a card. And I've played it so many times against a beast and bugs, and drawing those cards, oh my god, it gives you so many options. Your next round, you are ready to go. I've had a few times where I played those two at the same time, and I got attacked by both a beast and an aqua, and I was just set the next round. I had all my cards, and I had all the energy. Oh, not to mention Cattail, it gives you a little defense, 30, not great. A little damage, 20, not great. But it is good because it's a free card. It's a zero-cost card. So I feel like even though you aren't going up against a beast, or bug, or mech, I mean, you have a free tail slap, in case you need to just kill someone on like stand or whatnot. So I think those two cards are overlooked a lot of times, especially Cattail or Plants, but I feel like they are overpowered. One right play with those and it completely changes the landscape of the game. And this next card is so OP, it's so overpowered. It's a one-card Wrecking Crew. Played against the right Axie, especially with your closer, with your last Axie in the back, if it's one-on-one. This is why I stopped rocking my Terminator build, because if the opponent has this one card, it's over. And this card is a Numbing Lecretion. It disables target's melee cards next round. All melee cards. You only need to play one of this, and all the melee cards are disabled. As far as I know, they're not even labeled whether they're melee or range, but I mean, eventually playing, you know. But if you rock a Terminator build, all four cards are melee, and you'll see in some of these pictures or videos that just everything is X'd out, and you can't use it. And sometimes they'll just play that one card over and over again until they're rotating the 8 cards, and then that's when they throw in a few extra damage, but it's game over for some builds. If you're going up against one-on-one and all your cards are melee, against this card, you lost. I feel like there should be a limit, like disable 2 melee cards randomly or something, but this disable all cards, it's game over if you go one-on-one. Even if he's down to 1 life and you're full life, but they play this card, next round, you are disabled. So, Numbing Lecretion, definitely, it's a game changer. If you can find an Axie with this card as your last Axie, I don't think it's a good card with your mid or front Axie, because especially the front, Plant is usually going to use it against the Plant as well, unless you have some special combo or whatever. And Numbing against the Plant doesn't really work well, because, I mean, yeah, it won't steal energy, but kind of, I think there's a closer card. So that's it. Numbing Lecretion. Overpowered. Crazy. Here are a couple other special mentions that I really hate playing against. This one is Cute Bunny. It's a bug card. Terror Chomp. It applies 2 fear to a target. And in case you're not familiar with fear, it's almost like stun, except it just applies to the next 2 actions. So with this, the reason it's not a top tier card is because you have to time it right, and it's so hard to time a lot of times, to where the next Axie doing an action has to be that Axie who got fear. Because if a different Axie does an action, almost like Last Stand, the fear ticker just, it ticks away. So, not to mention, it has really high damage and decent shield for this type of damage. 120 damage and 30 shield. That's actually not bad. So it's a high DPS card, even if you're not playing it for the fear. It is hard to trigger as well, because you do need to chain it, so you need another Axie who also has a bug card for it to trigger. So, but if you time it right, and I've lost so many times to people who time it perfectly, it takes away 2 actions. It's almost like 2 stuns, and instead of a 4-card combo I had going, it becomes a 2-card combo, or if I just did 2 actions, both of them are nullified. So yeah, Terror Chomp, another top tier card. One more is just, it does extremely high damage, and I talked about it because I see people combo it, the upgraded Terminator builds. I see it instead of Chomp, which stuns, they have the Soothing Song, almost like stun, to where the attack goes straight through with that we discussed earlier. But as I said earlier, they combine that with the bug card called Allergic Reaction. An Allergic Reaction, what it does is it does an extra 130% damage if the target is debuffed. And a debuff can be anything from sleep, stun, slow. I've seen it go as high as 163 damage. So many Terminator builds have it because it's that powerful. So I feel like that's definitely on the top tier. There aren't a lot of cards that do that much damage. With the right combos, usually the Terminator builds, they'll have it with a Mystic Rush, which applies the speed minus. It's fairly easier to trigger than many others like Chomp, where to stun you need to play with 2 other cards. It's a bit difficult a lot of times. This one needs to be debuffed, and there's a lot of cards that do debuffs. So I feel like it's another great card. There you have it. Those are my top tier cheat cards that I hate going up against. I'm sure you all have gone up against different cards that do crazy things that you hate. For me, these are it because I swear I lose a lot if I go up against these cards. So again, if you're looking to buy an Axie, maybe look into Axies that have these cards. Anyway, do tune in to us again. As I said, facebook.com/WIMPLAYS. We stream every day. We have a lot of streamers there, so do check us out. At the same time, if this video helped you out in any way, shape, or form, please do like, share, subscribe, comment below. Anyway, my name is Vince from WhenInManila.com and WIMPLAYS. Hope that was good for you too. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.